My name is Soul, and I'll be interviewing the one and only Benji Eza. Oh my god, oh my god.
Hey, okay, cool.
Okay, so about a year ago, you dropped your first album,
Yes.
Hot Pink.
Indeed.
Yeah, how you feel about it?
I feel. Oh man, the biggest question, right? Uh, kind of different. Kind of
Uh-huh.
like I've grown. Not necessarily out of that situation, but out of that frame of myself. Like it was definitely a place that I was at for like a number of years that kind of allowed me to make that project.
Hmm.
And yeah, I definitely think I've kind of just evolved out of that, evolved
Hmm.
further into myself. I guess I'd say.
So what was your inspiration for Hot Pink?
Um, where do I even start? Hot pink is like an accumulation of trials and tribulations, in like a weird way. But no, the album in itself is really just about love. It's really about like love for yourself, love for your peers, love for your family, love in every way you can think about it. I guess you say, or at least in my frame of mind, and how I knew how to express it at the time. But the places that got me there were kind of just like growing, like from being like a sixth grader and having crushes to being like a senior in high school and having like these super emotional relationships and being like, man, like it's crazy because we're so young, but like we be invested ourselves in people and we learn to like just put ourselves into people, and you learn how to love, you learn how you like to be loved, you learn how someone else might like to be loved or how you didn't love someone right. And then from experiences with my family, like just growing
Hmm.
up and going through different things, meeting different people, is really like a time capsule, I guess I say,
Mm.
actually, when I think
Wow.
about it like that.
Wow. I like that concept.
Yeah.
I definitely do. So is that kind of why you named it Hot Pink? Because like pink is kind of like a color that represents love along with red. So did that have anything to do with how you came up with the name?
Um, I guess in a way,
Uh-huh.
like everything, the album, if you listen to it, like you could play it and assume a lot of different things, and that's kind of the point for me. So like
Mhm.
the color scheme and the sonics that I choose all have a point together. So it
Mhm.
sounds pink, the
Mhm.
subject matter fits into the shades of what pink would be to me at least.
Right.
And I guess when you listen through, like if you listen through and just stare at the cover art, I feel like you'll kind of get those feelings. Like you kind of will get
Yeah.
those ideas, and like I feel like the title for me at least just came from a place of like I don't know, it just sat right. Like when I can hear things and see things, I feel
Mhm.
like it would be described as hot pink, and then you get all the shades of pink, including hot pink up there.
Yeah. I definitely agree. I
Yeah,
definitely agree.
it's crazy. It's been a year. I actually haven't listened to it in a long time, so I'm just thinking about it now.
So what would you say was the hardest part about creating this project?
Um, Hardest part creative wise, saying that it's like finished, I guess. Like
Mm.
deciding when like something's really done, like actually like, cause I don't know, like a lot of the times I pushed back like the project a lot. Like it came out in 2019 and the concept for it originated probably like end of 2016. And so a lot of it just came down to like decision making and like what songs I felt were done at the time, what songs weren't done at the time, and
Mhm.
like being who I am now, if I could redo it, like I feel like there's so much more that I would have given people, but just because of where I was at with my skill set. But that really doesn't take away from the project. I think it's a great project. But like I don't know, you just kind of grow.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, what would you say like the production process was like overall?
Um, Fun. That's like my
Mm.
favorite part. Like
Yeah.
the development stages. So like when I make music, especially when I make things like very driven towards a concept, I guess I say. Like I really sit down, and a lot of it's like a lot of thinking. A lot of it is a lot of like writing down feelings,
Mhm.
writing down just moments that happen, taking notes of certain thoughts that might be perpetuated throughout my life at a certain period of time, and just catching those themes, and then like figuring out how I want to say it on a song. So I
Yeah.
can't just like wake up. I mean, sometimes you can. Sometimes you can just wake up and you can come up with something really fast that is actually like the rawest emotion, and then sometimes you gotta sit with it. So a lot of the ideas may have came to me right away, but I don't really like start to work on things so I kind of know
Yeah.
where I'm going. Like what I'm working on right now, I have like so many ideas for it, but like I really have no beats. I don't have any songs written. It's just a lot of ideas, a lot of notes on paper and stuff. So a lot of it just starts with writing ideas down, and then it gets to the like beat side. And then a lot of the beats process is like kind of just like the songwriting process. Like a lot of it just kind of comes from scratch. Like sometimes I'll write a song before I have a beat. Sometimes I'll have a beat and not know what to say to it for a long time. Sometimes I'll get like me and my friends together and we'll sit and we'll make everything from scratch right there at that moment, just like
a jam session.
like a jam session,
Yeah.
you know. And that's how like most of like the I guess that's like my favorite songs came along, like just because they have that moment behind it. Like it's not even about the song itself. Sometimes it's about like that moment where everybody was together and like the product was cool.
And that comes through the music too, in my opinion. Like when you have a bunch of people together and they're all pouring out their creativity
Most
into
definitely.
one project, that definitely shows.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So, oh, sorry, were you gonna say?
I was just
something?
gonna say that the collaboration is the top five. Like favorite things about being an artist, favorite thing about being a creative is collaborating with people, like getting to see how other people hear something, how other people like just piece what you had thought you knew together. It's like the coolest things. Like I've seen people come in, literally like take my drums away and lay their own drums, and then I'll go behind them and take their drums apart and relay the same, like just seeing how, but like it creates the textures, you know, because now like there's a piece of you in there with the same piece of me that it needed, and it just takes the idea like so many great moments.
Okay.
Shout out to what?
So on the topic of collaboration, right? Who would you say, like out of the people that you've worked with, who would you say you have the best creative chemistry with, like making songs with?
You got to name one person?
Gotta
name a few?
I'll give you two.
You give me two? Can I get three?
I'll give you three.
All right. One off top is Kawhi.
Yeah.
Y'all already knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Off top, Kawhi. Shout out Lil Kawhi. Front on the paper.
Would you like to open this for me?
Yeah, I got you. Intermission. All right. Yeah. Reiterate question.
So, who would you say you have the best creative chemistry with out of the people that you've created with?
Definitely Lil Kawhi. Lil Kawhi is like the go tend to my trunks or something. Like the freaking, this nigga and I like just go together so well. Like there'll be moments where he'll be so eager to get on songs and it's like, bro, just wait, I'm gonna show you something and it's gonna be like, that's gonna be the one and you're gonna go crazy. And then the same thing for me, like the whole process of how I've created has changed because of working with him. So I definitely gotta say Kawhi.
That's amazing.
Left. Actually, Left is like an underrated one. I feel like people don't like give enough respect, one, and two, like listening value to the stuff that like he does on his own, but also like when me and him work together, I think me and him have not missed yet.
I definitely agree.
And I think that's like I was actually thinking about that the other day, but Left is definitely one. And I mean, I'd probably say, oh man, sheesh. Okay, honorable mention Yola, because me and Yola work good together. But J Batch. J Batch. I think I have top tier when it comes to a producer and a rapper type like work. I think I have
everything.
Yeah, I think I have my best collaborations have been with J Batch as a producer. Like he is immaculate, and like we just kind of the sound just fits so well together.
Okay, so back on the topic of Hot Pink, what would you say is your favorite songs on there? Because I know you probably have more than one, but what are your favorites? Can I name mine?
Yeah, sure. I love it.
So my favorite is Love Yourself First. Definitely. I play that. That's in my self-care playlist. Like that's something I get ready to when I need a reminder. Definitely. And also Girl Power, of course.
little cameo
little
appearance.
like right, a little shameless plug, little shameless plug.
Facts. For me,
Mhm.
give me a little think time here with that one. Honestly, I mean, I always have to say "Love Yourself" first. That's one of my personal favorites, just because that's one of those songs where you talk about the process of that song. That song came together because I had a verse to no beat, the first verse of the song to no beat, and I sat with a friend of mine named Quay and another friend of mine named Adira, who's the girl y'all hear singing on the song. But I literally knew how I wanted it to sound. Like, I knew I wanted the bloom. And so Quay played keys, so we got the keys together. And that whole process of us making that song, like, went through, I think, like 3 sessions of, like, production. Like, so many ideas. Like, the bass line was originally, like, vocal melodies and stuff. Like, so many different things, like, came out because of that song. And that was the first time I ever was like, wow, like, 1, this is production. And 2, this is, like, this is really making music. Like, this shit is incredible. That was also the song where, like, different drums were laid and ripped and laid and ripped until we got, like, a final product off. Like, so definitely that song. If I had to say right now, definitely the outro. One More Try. Yeah, definitely One More Try. That song just doesn't miss. It's like the perfect length. Like, vocally, I think it was like one of my favorite vocal performances of myself.
Yeah.
And then, like, just it's like the greatest credits, you know, like when the credits roll, like you hear that song and it's like doom, 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 and it just takes you out, brings you back around to the intro. Like, yeah, definitely that great closer. And if I had to pick one, I like doing things in threes. Maybe I don't know. I don't want to just say the intro, because the intro is an honorable mention. The intro has a special place because the intro is like really different. It sets the tone. But maybe Crack Phone. Maybe Crack Phone. Maybe Can I Have Your Number? Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
So many great songs on that album. You really did that.
Sometimes.
You really did, though.
No, thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay.
People also love Shoot Your Shot for some reason.
For sure. I mean, the album really as a whole didn't miss.
Thank
at
you.
all.
I appreciate that. I like to think so too.
So before we move on, we have some questions from Instagram.
Hello,
that you
Instagram.
asked. So at 3._J, right? He asked, how long did Hot Pink take to finish?
Shout out Jay the Plug. Ooh. Hot Pink took like 3.5 years to finish.
Say that one more time.
Hot Pink took 3.5 years to Hot Pink took 3.5 years.
Goodness gracious.
Not musically, not like I said, like, it was like a journey. Like, I say, like, my experiences were like registered from like 2015 to 2018, 19, and like the production part kind of just took place a lot from like 2017 to 2019. So like a lot of it was like me learning like how to actually like sound like how I wanted to sound and how I wanted to deliver the production, because I also like had to learn how to produce. And but after I figured out that stuff and learned how to like bring the people together, like things started flowing a lot faster. And then a lot of it just came down to saying like it was done and putting out what I had at the time. Because I'm very critical of myself as an artist. But yeah, I said like 3.5 years.
Wow.
To 4.
So at Maddie Butts, shout out Maddie Butts.
Shout out Maddie.
He said, what inspired the album? What's your story?
Listen to the album. I'm playing. The album was inspired by love. It's inspired by love in every facet. You know, love in every way that you can experience in your life, or that I've experienced thus far. You know, so like self-love, loving somebody else, being happy because you love somebody else, being upset because you love somebody else, wanting to help somebody that doesn't want to be helped, like a whole bunch of stuff. You know.
What's your story?
Certified lovable. I'm playing. Nah. I mean,
Not
I don't know,
certified
man.
lover
I'm for
boy.
Badge Allen. Like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
Benji Ezra, but I'm for Badge Allen, and like, for Badge Allen is a very complex individual. I feel like I say,
Yeah.
more emotional than I feel like I can give myself credit for,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. I just want to kind of be understood. I want to express myself,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I don't like. I don't know if you sometimes you think too hard about it. I
Mm-hmm.
guess in every facet of the way you could take that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just don't think too hard about it. Just do what you
Mm-hmm.
got to do and love yourself first. And yeah, like,
Yeah.
but I think that's my story. If I could summarize it, I want to do what I want to do. I want to get it done.
So at Stefanzo or St. Fonzo, I don't really know.
That's
I,
Alfonso.
oh,
Say
just like
Fonzo.
Fonzo. Okay. He said, at what point did you realize what the intention for the album was? That was a good one.
I think I knew that first, actually.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you, um, yeah, I think I knew that one first. I just say that because, like, I have stuff like I'll know the title of an album before I know a track list, before I have any songs. Like, I like to know what I'm trying to do before I even try to start like working on projects. So like with that one, it was like, what do you want to do? Like, it's like I always have notes of stuff,
Yeah.
and so sometimes it's really just picking what I want to go in on at the time, and that was the most prevalent one, I guess
Mm-hmm.
I'd say, as far as experiences go. And so that's kind of what drew me to work on that one, and that's when I knew, like, okay. And then like the title came along, and then the visions came along, and yeah, so on and so forth. It's a real simple, like, not real simple, it's really detailed, but like when I think about it in like words, it's like idea, marination, work, release,
Yeah.
and then then break, and then
Yeah.
more stuff.
Right. So, Benji as an artist
Mm-hmm.
and your style of music, what would you say, or who would you say influences that? Like, do you have influences in the industry right now, or in the past, that have inspired you and kind of, I don't want to say guide you, but just, influence
Mm-hmm.
your style and range of music?
You know who?
Who?
Bosch Novart.
Wow.
For real. On a serious note, shout out Bosch. On a serious note, far as people go, of course, like Kanye West, of course, like freaking Kid Cudi, Andre 3000, Prince. Definitely for Hot Pink, Prince. Big Prince influence on Hot Pink. Frank Ocean. Uh, I don't know, a lot of people. I listen to like just music.
Right.
Like, I really like. There's people that I can name that are like very important,
Yeah.
but like it's just music.
Yeah.
Like, just a lot of music, just a lot of like different things in my household, and then a lot of my inspiration to create kind of just comes from what happens around you. Just like either the world or my life at the time, or like metaphors and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, the question wasn't about what inspired me.
Yeah, your influences.
Yeah,
That's all.
yeah, that's all.
Okay, pause real quick. Let me make sure it's still. All right, we good.
Yeah, we still rolling.
Okay.
Reset.
So how did you get into writing and producing your music? How did that start? How did that come about?
um, I just knew I was gonna do art. So like ever since a kid, I was really into. I remember all like these pivotal moments for me were based around like creation and art. Like when I was really young, I remember the first time I ever thought I was gonna be famous was from like my drawings and like
Yeah.
my paintings when I was
Yeah.
like in like elementary school. And then I started dancing a lot, and then I went from the dancing to like wanting to rap, and
Yeah.
that just came from like me seeing what people were doing. Like it looked like people was rapping, like the people that I liked that were dancing started rapping, so like I thought it'd be cool to
Yeah.
rap. And so then it just kind of grew into like I guess you'd say hip hop more, like more traditional hip hop. Like I started catering what I was saying more towards my message and like or trying to have a message. And that's when I started getting into like more of what hip hop was. Because at first I wasn't even really into too much hip hop at all. Like my first real hip hop experience was like that I enjoyed was like Eminem and then like Busta Rhymes and Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
Like I love Busta Rhymes and Missy Elliott. And then I just started like just pen and pad, like just writing a lot. Ooh, fucking my face.
I know. We might be getting jumped right
I
now.
don't think we getting jumped. Ooh, stay away. But yeah, just a lot of writing, just a lot of like wanting to write. Then I actually realized I wanted to put my stuff out, and you can't put out everything you take off YouTube. So I just really started to, and plus I had a big thing for like finding beats that I really liked. Like I didn't like just rapping on everything else, and so I started making my own beats because I wanted to have a sound. And I feel like you kind of naturally just have a sound when you make your own stuff. Get away from here, boy. And then so that kind of turned me to producing, and then I really found out that I have a love for producing, and yeah, then I just grew with that, for real.
Yeah.
And then I think it's kind of like embedded in me in a way. Like my mother's really like a go-getter, and then my dad really was a music man. Like he really loved music. He was actually a radio host for a little while. So like just kind of, I don't know, I take that as like, oh, maybe I'm supposed to do this, and I just keep going with it.
Yeah. What would you tell your younger self, or like anyone younger than you aspiring to do what you're doing?
Do it faster. Not like in a
competitive way.
Yeah, not like in a competitive way at all. When I say that, I kind of mean you sleeping on yourself in a way. Like I think if I could go back and tell my younger self something, it would be like, just drop it, bro. Like put that shit out. Stop playing around. Stop trying to be perfect. Like you're gonna get really good anyway. Or like just maybe not even that, because that might just, I don't think that would make me lazy or anything, but I would just try to tell myself something that would make me curious to see what happens, you know, because I know one thing about, I think it's just kind of the way I think. I know how to trick myself. So like I just tell myself drop more and like go crazy, because it's gonna be worth it. And yeah.
What's your dream collab with anybody? What's your dream collab? Artist and producer, since you do both.
And I actually don't think about that a lot. I never actually really thought about that.
So that's a good question.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I always dream about who I would get to sit down and talk to. I never even think about making a song with people too much. I definitely think dream collab might be like Andre 3000 for real. I think if I can get an Andre 3000 song, that would be like, but on some like, I would have to make two. I need like one that's like this side, and I need one that's this side. Like I need, if that makes sense. Like I want both of us to do both sides of what we do, because I feel like our sounds and those rounds will go really well together. He's also a big influence on Hot Pink as well, and as a producer, I don't. Oh, Timbaland.
I was like,
never mind. Timbaland. That's easy. I don't have to think. Timbaland's my favorite producer. Timbaland off rip. That's the easy one. And then like.
That was it. You only had two.
Yeah.
You only had two.
Okay. Yeah. I'll leave it to that.
You know.
I love those guys though.
You know who I was thinking about the other day? Who I would like to do a collaboration with? Kim.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Like, cause I was listening to him all the way home the other day, driving from the 2-5, and like I was
Girl,
like,
you ain't gotta lie
you are that guy, like yes. But yeah, that is my 2 cents.
I wanna wife you, girl.
Okay. Trying to figure out what I would like to ask next. Wow, I think. Oh. What made you take such a long break between, because you had some music on SoundCloud and everything, and then you decided to drop Hot Pink, but there was a very long gap in between those two, I guess, stages in your life, and now we're coming up on the year anniversary of Hot Pink. Why do you feel like you take long gaps in between releasing music?
It's not intentional. It's not intentional at all. It's just timing. Like it really just be timing for me. Like a lot of stuff that I do as a human being kind of is based around like the timing got to be right. Like I think even like stuff I even said to you, like you may not want to say this right now
Yeah.
because it might be delivered better later, or it
Yeah.
might be delivered better this way. So I think I do a lot of like processing on like
Mm-hmm.
things like that, and then I mean sometimes I just don't have music.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't think it's like what I want to put out. Sometimes
Well,
I'm
it's not
learning.
that you don't have music. He
I
holding
mean,
out.
but I mean, it's just it's sometimes it's just up in the air.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just like I don't necessarily know what I want to do,
Facts.
and y'all got music, so listen to it. Hot Pink is a really good album.
It is indeed.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So following Hot Pink, then what's next? And this is a question that Bowles actually wanted to know as well. Shout out to Bowles.
Shout out
But what's next? What's next? What's on the agenda? Okay, we want to know. I want to know.
lots of water. And freaking baby blue. Hot pink, baby blue.
Ooh.
Ooh, magic too. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, if it was hot pink, then it's baby blue. That's really it.
Okay. Is that enough said, or you don't want to expand too much
That's
on
all.
it? All right.
And then people just enjoy what comes after that.
Well, I'm excited. Okay.
See, you know too much. We've got to get her out of here. She knows too much.
Okay. Okay, so this part of the interview is going to be like quick facts, right?
Facts.
Just
okay.
quick, off the top of your head. First thing that comes to your mind, right?
Damn.
Ready?
Okay.
All right. Favorite snack, go.
Gummies.
Nigga, you lying.
I don't even know, bro.
Okay, okay.
I thought
Sorry,
about the Mott's
you're
fruit
right.
snacks.
Okay, okay.
You
You're
said off
right.
top.
You
That
said
was off
that.
top.
Okay, okay.
Right now
Okay.
it's Mott's fruit snacks.
Okay,
Sometimes
cool.
it's Twizzlers.
Favorite color?
A lot of things. Cotton candy. Because it's the pink and the blue.
Okay, favorite artist of all time.
Prince.
Ooh, okay. Describe your style in one word.
Outside.
Like your physical appearance? Everything? Music?
One word.
Physical.
Oh, damn. I thought you meant by shit.
I meant like your physical, like how you dress, what you're into.
Outside.
Okay. Favorite emoji to use?
The sad boy emoji. The freaking crying nigga with the big, like,
With the
crying
big
eyes.
watery.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
Favorite brand? Clothing brand?
Nigga. Fenty.
Okay.
I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't
Yeah.
have like a favorite brand for real. Gray sweatpants. I don't know, but
Okay. Okay, name one thing you can't live without.
oxygen.
Yeah, something else. I like that answer though. Very straightforward.
If you know me, you get it.
Yeah, for real. All right. Well, I mean, I think that concludes our interview.
For real.
I'm really glad that we finally sat down and did this, love.
This was fun. I enjoyed this.
I did too.
Yeah.
Indeed, indeed.
As the sun sets on the valley, I hope you all have a beautiful night.
Or day, or morning.
Or day, or morning, or whenever you're watching this.
Anytime is great. Just have a good one.
That's fact. Hot
Yeah.
Pink out now.
Happy 1 year anniversary.
Happy 1 year anniversary. And go stream that Hot Pink. Follow me at Cozy Foyer.
Oh, follow me at Golden Soul. Wow, thank you.
Shout out to the camera people.